up at 5 in the morning. I wake up to 5 for my yearning. Yeah, in my mind is a warning. Pray to the one you're relying. I've been wandering all day. Tried to be fine, but I can't be. The noise in my mind wouldn't leave me. Try-
This is my last day in Thailand. What is hard? Welcome to part 2, right? Of my 2-week vacation in Asia. My first week was in Bali, and now we are going to discuss my second week in Phuket, Thailand. It's pronounced Phuket. It's not Phuket. It's not fuck it. It's Phuket. let's get that out of the way right now. It's Phuket. So Phuket, Thailand was a last minute impulsive decision. Really, it was an early decision. It's okay. To a normal person, it would be like, this is an early decision, but to me, it was a last minute decision. I just wanted to do it because it's like, it's already a long flight to go over to just Asia alone from New York City. Like, it was a 26-hour flight to Bali, and then I'm pretty sure it would have been a longer flight to Thailand. And then also, it was just more affordable to combine both of those trips and fly like in between rather than coming back home and then trying another time to fly out there again. Like, too much work. So I was like, let's combine and let's enjoy. And then it's like, I wanted a vacation after the vacation so I could be tripped out. That's how it went. All right, so finding a connecting flight from Bali to Phuket was a challenge. It's a very big challenge. Because Singapore Airlines said it was gonna take me a day to get over there, and I was just like, that makes no sense. Like, when I look at the map, they're like right there. So Singapore Airlines was out, so I had to like fly a local airline out there. The top airline that I wanted to do was Scoot, because Scoot is also partnered under Singapore Airlines, so that means if I fly Scoot, I get my points. But I booked my connecting flight too late, so I missed out on that flight. It would have been like, I think probably like 6 hours to get over to Phuket. But the next available option, I ended up flying AirAsia for $163, which I had the add-ons for the check bag luggage and food, which was like prawn and chicken, really good. Prawn and noodles. Prawn, chicken and noodles, something like that, but it was like chicken and noodles, really good. So AirAsia was pretty much, it was good. It was really simple. It was, I think, 10 hours to get over there, so it took 3 hours to fly to Malaysia, and then I had like a 3 to 4 hour layover, and then I flew over to Phuket. I got there at nighttime, I think 9 p.m. So Phuket is 1 hour behind Bali. Yes. I just know it's 11 hours ahead of New York City. I'm gonna say it like, yeah, 1 hour behind Bali. So Phuket's airport is smaller, but it's a 24-hour airport. That's important to note, and why I'm saying that for this video, because we'll get to that later and how that plays a part in everything. So there I converted my US dollar over to Thai baht for my, what's it called, to get to my resort over there in Kata Beach. There you go. So with Phuket, Thai baht is stronger than IDR, and I exchanged $400 for $400 for Thai baht. That was actually more than enough to last me that entire week in Thailand and still have money left over after buying souvenirs and then having more money left over when I come home. That was interesting. So the currency exchange rate was definitely easier, and then bills were easier to understand, because like I think the lowest bill was like 10 Thai baht, was it 10 or was it like 50? I think it's like 50. And then the highest one was 1,000. So it's like, okay, I was able to understand the bills a little bit more. And then the currency exchange was different. They didn't categorize their US dollar bills. It was one thing for US dollar bills. And I think the rate out there was like 36.10. So this was easier. All you do is just convert the total amount. You multiply the total amount, so $400 for me times 36.10, and then I ended up getting 14,440 Thai baht. That's it. I didn't have to do all that extra stuff, the extra step that I had to do in Bali. It was just the amount you're exchanging from US dollar multiplied or times the conversion rate, and then boom, you get Thai baht. That was very easy to understand. And then they also have a lot of currency exchange places out there too. So that was nice. I like that. So let's talk weather in Thailand. It was still hot, still humid, but more manageable than Bali. So I was like, okay, I can deal with this. I was sweating bullets some days, and then I was chill a lot of other days. So it was like, okay. And then with Thailand, with Phuket, what else? Their roads, it's a lot of hills there. So like, think of the hills in Fordham Road in the Bronx. Hills, just higher, more steep. I just said, oh, okay. So lots of hills out there. And then like, I don't want to pit two bad bitches against each other, but like, Phuket, Thailand was a walkable city. And I love me a walkable city. My New York City ass loves a walkable city. I was able to walk. There were sidewalks and everything for us. That eats is what I'm saying. Then my service in Thailand was way better than my service in Bali. I didn't have cellular data service, but I definitely had like my bars out there with my eSIM, because the eSIM in Bali, 0 bars, 0 data. I was like, wow. So it's fuck me, right? Okay. But bars out there was working. I was like, okay, I can do this. I like this. So my resort was 2 hours away from the airport. It was Orchidacea Resort. So it's in Kata. Yeah, it's in Kata, and it overlooks Kata Beach. There we go. So my room was the sea view room. So I'm all the way at the top of the hill. And when I mean at the top, even trying to like get up there, you would have to call the shuttle to bring you up there if you want. It's an option. But they know like they don't expect you, like there's stairs to walk up there, but they're just like, we know like you're able to do it, but it's like if you want the shuttle, you can. I think after the first day, I pretty much just walked up and down the stairs. Great exercise. It was just better for me. And then it's just like, I think my first day, like official day there, they got busy, so a lot of people was like calling them to like bring them back down. So yeah, I was just like, it's just easier to walk up and down like myself. So that part was cool. So the view of Kata Beach from my room was beautiful. I loved it so much. I loved it a lot. I loved it. I thought it was amazing. I thought it was great. Especially at nighttime. There's like a lot of like lights and stuff. It looks so cool up there. And in my room, it was smaller than the Bali room, but it was really cool. I like the bathroom a lot. I noticed that they're very much big fans out there of like kind of like the glass bathrooms that like looks to the bedroom. But my bathroom thing had the pull down, what's the name? So that part was like interesting. I noticed like that's a common aesthetic out there. And yeah, my room was just like really chill. Bathroom in this corner, you know, you can lay all your clothes out. And the thing, it comes with laundry service if you want, daily cleaning room service. It does daily water swaps. So they give you like bottled water and stuff. You can call, there's a restaurant connected to the resort, so you can actually call for the restaurant to like come, for the hotel to like bring the food up. And then for breakfast, there's a breakfast buffet every morning, and it costs 400 Thai baht every morning if you want to like go down there. I pretty much I think I did the first day for the buffet. I was chill, like, cause I knew like I was trying other places, like it was lunch. I like my resort. And then my resort also came with like a spa, a gym, a pool. I didn't expect the pool to be so deep, but it was. The pool was nice, but it was level, but I went into the deep end and I didn't know until when I was trying to let go, and I was like, I don't feel my feet touching the floor. So there was that. But it was nice. It was really nice out there. So one thing I noticed about Phuket, Thailand, there are a lot of Black Americans out there. I loved it. A lot of Black Americans out there. And there are a lot of New Yorkers there too. I met like 10 New Yorkers out there. A lot of them. Like, so much fun. Especially like, I met a lot of folks who was like from Harlem. I met a few folks from Brooklyn. So that was nice. It was fun, like running into them and like talking to them. It was so much fun. And then another thing about the tourists I was meeting out there, like Phuket was either their second trip like me, so they were connecting from somewhere else or coming from somewhere else. Like one lady came from Tokyo, Japan, and it was just so cool. Or a lot of people, this Thailand was their first stop for vacation, and then they were going elsewhere. Pretty cool out there. And then like a lot of other tourists were like island hopping too, so they were island hopping between Phuket, PP Islands, what else, Bangkok, Chiang Mai, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but yeah, a lot of island hopping, a lot of like travelers especially going through there that I've met between Bali and Phuket. It was nice. It was really cool. So for my activities, I pre-booked and prepaid for all the activities out there, and it came with food and transportation as well. But the transportation was like grouped transportation, so they picked up a lot of people in like vans and brought them over to the activities. So that part, lovely, loved it. So let's get into the activities and what I did. So day one, I wanted it to be a chill day, so I did the elephant sanctuary in Phuket. It's an ethical one. Ethical meaning like you can't ride them, they don't hurt them, anything like that, and so yeah, those I did an ethical sanctuary. It was really fun. It was very informative. I love like learning about them and stuff. So I did the afternoon tour, the afternoon tour, which was like 12 to 5. So it cost 2,900 Thai baht, which I think was like $80. I think that's like 80, yeah, which is like about $80, and it comes with food and transportation. So we get there and they kind of explain to you the do's and don'ts of interacting with the elephants. Like you can't stand behind them, if their ears are flapping, like they're very excited by you. You get to feed them and stuff, so that was like pretty cool. You get to take pictures with them and everything. They had like a lot of rescue elephants too. They had two rescue elephants from the circus. That was fun. And they also explained the difference between the elephants in Asia and the elephants in Africa. They had all female elephants there, no males. The males are the ones with the tusk. And we got to like feed them like bananas and stuff. Again, like I had my nails, so I was like kind of like nervous to like touch and interact with the animals, because I was like, I don't want them to think of my nails as a threat. But they didn't. It was fun. And then like we also got to like create their food. Like they make like these kind of like rice balls or something, really thick. And you get to like feed the elephants and stuff. And we saw like the elephants eat the grass and everything. It was nice. And then it was also raining that day, so a lot of the ground was turning muddy, so there was that. And then after you feed the elephants, you bathe them in mud and then wash the mud off in the swimming pool. I did not do those activities. I had everyone's back from the shade because with the mud, the elephants also shit in that water. No. And then it's like you're washing them with the mud and then in the water that they shit in, and then they go over to the swimming. No. I watched everybody from the shade. But the elephants were like so cute, so fun. They were like just fun to just like see, and like see them in like a safe environment, a safe habitat in which like they're eating, They were playing with each other. It was so cute. Like, elephants, so cute. And we took like videos and pictures, and I took pictures with them. Very cute. I loved it. Then after we fed them, we got served food. We got fed some food. It was pretty good. The Thailand food out there, I don't know what it was. I was living life on the edge. Like, I wasn't as super conscious of what I was eating because of the water activities. I guess it's because it's like, I knew I was going home the week after, so it's like, fuck it, we ball. No, but the food was really good out there. Like, I enjoyed it a lot. The food they gave us was really good. And then pretty much that was it. After the elephant sanctuary, I pretty much just chilled and went back to my resort and like checked out like the pool and stuff. Yeah, like I said, I did not know I didn't know how deep that pool went because I went on the deep inside and didn't know it. But it was nice out there. It was nice. I met a mother and daughter from France. They were also, I think they were Haitian. Yes. And they were speaking French and they could speak Creole, I think. Yes, they're really cool. I was meeting a lot of especially black folks abroad. It was really cool. I liked it. So days 2 and 3 were both water tours, but they were water tours to different islands. So day 2's water tour was to PP Islands, Maya Bay Beach, Mayatone Islands, and I think it was something else. It was another island. I forgot. But I had originally bought day 2's tour off of Airbnb Experience, but it kind of like, I was asking, the host didn't like answer me back, and then I was like, okay, no, so I canceled it. And also with that tour, I was reading the reviews and it was giving kind of like mixed reviews. It was still like a 4.7, but a lot of reviews were saying like it was like crowded to like a small boat, and I was like, okay, no. So I ended up finding this really good tour on Viator. My pronunciation sucks. But Viator, and I did the sunset tour, so that's 4:30 a.m. all the way to like 5 p.m. Really 4:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. and then that extra 2.5 hours is like dropping us off. So I wanted to do the sunset tour just because I wanted to beat all of the crowds. Like, one thing I saw within my research on Phuket, Thailand, is just like, try to do things early. Like, especially, and I saw in the reviews, it was like, do the sunset tour because it gets really crowded. So I was like, okay, let's do it. I committed to it, and I got up early and I made it. The tour, really fun. It was $120. It was a smaller group, 20 people or less. So my group was like 20 people, so that was really good. Everybody on my boat was American except for like 3 people. It was an Indian couple, there's 2 folks, and it was a Italian dude. I'm lying, it was a 4th girl. She was Russian. There we go. So it was like 4 of them, but it was definitely a lot of New Yorkers there. I met like, it was 5 of us, including me, 5 New Yorkers. 1 person from Florida, a couple from DMV, and a girl from New England, and another woman from Florida. So it was a lot. I liked it, and we bonded a lot. We chatted a lot. We talked about our experience there, like where we all came from. It was pretty nice. It was pretty cool. Also, the tour, you have the option to pay for footage. It was 1,700 Thai baht. I paid for footage because again, I'm not putting my phone on the line. No, not in the water either. So with the tour, it also comes with food, transportation. You can snorkel as well, and you can swim. So that was really good. And our tour guides were really fun, informative to knowledgeable, engaging. I liked it. They were fun. So we went to the first island we went to. We had breakfast over there. I forgot what it's called. I forgot like the first 3 islands we went to, but the first one we went to, we had breakfast there. First and foremost, our boat captain breaking the speed limit in the water. Absolutely breaking the speed limit. I was getting a little bit nauseous on the boat, like when it stopped and it was just like rocking, and I was like, okay. But I was chill, like when the boat like started, we was just going, so that was fine. The second island we went to, I think that was the island, it was a Leonardo DiCaprio movie that was shot there. I forgot what it's called. I think it's Shutter Island, don't quote me, but it's something. It's a movie that came out when I was younger, and I never watched it, so I don't know what it is, but it was that. Then we went to a lagoon where you can snorkel, so that was really fun. The Life Fest, chef's kiss, love their Life Fest so much. Snug, new, it was just lovely. Like, by the time I got to Phuket, Thailand, I was already confident in my swimming skills with the Life Vest on, right? With the Life Vest on only. So I flipped off the boat into the water. It was really fun. The water in Phuket, Thailand was just amazing, mesmerizing. Like, you know that part in the song "The Summer's by the Carter," when the water's so blue? That was like my song throughout the entire time I was in Phuket, Thailand. Every time I kept getting in water, all I kept thinking was of that song. Then the next location we went to, we went in the middle of the ocean to snorkel. That was an interesting one. First and foremost, shout out to my tour guides for giving us like new the snorkel mouthpieces. Shout out, came in clutch with that. I was like, yes. And then the Life Vest and the noodles, like, what? The floating, top tier. So we're in the middle of the ocean. I only snorkeled for like 10 to 15 minutes because the water was whooping my ass. Like, it's easy to snorkel in the lagoon because there's not much waves going on or wave activity happening, but the middle of the ocean, like, every time, like, I put my face in the water just to look at the fishes and stuff, and I came up, 1 minute I'm by the boat, the next minute I'm getting pushed to the back of the boat, off to the side. Like, the water was pushing me around in the water. The water was pushing me around, and I was like, no. And then it's just like, and not only that, it was really hard to like swim. Like, I was trying to stay still to like figure out the direction of the waves to like at least float in the direction of the waves. Like, it was just hard. I was like, absolutely not. I took my snorkel mask off. I stayed by the boat. I held on to the handle of the boat. I started singing the Renaissance album. I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. Like, no, the waves is like whooping my ass right now. Absolutely not. Then our second to last island, that's where we had like the big buffet of food like waiting for us, and the tour guide was telling us like there's hotels on this island, which I found interesting. It's just like, because like I'm so used to being integrated in a city, civilization, all of that, so I was just like, oh, folks just like fly here and then come to the island and just sit, nothing but island? Oh, okay, all right. But the food, really good. It was so good. Like, I couldn't get over the food in Thailand. It was eating. The only thing I really love, but I had to put a cap on eating, was the sticky rice with like the dragon fruit sauce. Yeah, that was not sitting well on my stomach. Not in a bad way. It was just going through me. I was like, so I'm gonna avoid this. But it was really good. I definitely recommend sticky rice. What else? Food was good. It was nice. Like, all the food that we had was really good. Listen, that tour was 10 out of 10. No notes. Mwah. Bang for my buck. Then the last island we went to, I think that was Maya Bay Beach. Whichever one that we're able to swim in. That one we could swim. The water was beautiful. I could see the ground. No matter how far I went out, I saw the ground. I said, wow. Water was just clear, bluish green. I was in love. Like, it was peaceful, it was beautiful, it was calm. Like, I was having just so much fun, like floating around in the water, pretty much. Like, I loved it. The last island, it was really great. And then we left at like he ended our tour 15 minutes early because there was a girl on our boat who had a flight at 3:45 p.m. and still came on the damn tour and shortened that tour by 15 minutes. I don't care if it's 15 minutes short. What? How did we get here? But I digress. The entire tour itself, very much worth it. I definitely recommend the sunset tour. So much better, less crowded. Even if you're not a like early riser, no, you would have to be an early riser. It's definitely worth it. I would definitely say it's better to do the sunset tour if you kind of just want less crowds, more one-on-one time, and a smaller group. So there we go. Pretty cool. So day 3's water tour was the James Bond Island tour, and I booked it through Airbnb Experience, and it was $70. So it came with canoeing. What else? It came with canoeing, and you can swim. I saw snorkeling in the description, but they didn't give us snorkels. But that's fine. Like, I went snorkeling the day before, so it didn't really matter. And we went to James Bond Island, Phang Na Bay. So that's where we did the canoeing, and we did Hong Island. There we go. So James Bond Island is where 007 was shot. The James Bond movie was shot. So there we go. It came with food. It was about 40 people, but it's a 2-story boat, so it was enough to fit us all and be up there. I met 3 Cali dudes from there. They were really cool. Like, we grouped up and we was like enjoying and talking about New York City and Cali. I loved it so much. Everybody else, the tourists and stuff, it was more diverse. That was pretty good. What else? We went canoeing first. They gave us like numbers and stuff so they could like put us out by groups. So we went canoeing first into the caves. Usually, like, if the tides aren't so high, we can go like through the holes in the caves. Like, you would have to lay back on the canoe so you can get through, but the tides were high, so we couldn't. So what they ended up doing was bringing us back on the boat and taking us around to the other side so we can canoe again. So that part was pretty cool. So one thing that was like difficult about Thailand's waters, saltier. It was a hard adjust. So that was a very hard adjustment on my eyes. A lot of the times I just kept my head above water because the salt of that water was burning my eyes. I said, wait. But we made it to the other side of the island, and then I had my life vest and my bathing suit on, so you were able to swim if you wanted to. I definitely swam. I love the waters in Thailand. It's so calm. And then you canoe into like this little into this rock area if you want to. Like, it's more to it. So with our captain of our canoe, he was like, oh, you can swim here, like, if you want to. Like, that's what all the canoes like go into, but he was like, you can swim if you want to here. So that was great. I went to the water and swam. So basically what I did was, as he was canoeing back to the boat, I like swam like next to the canoe, and then the person who was with me on the boat, he held on to the string and just let the guy canoe him. It was so much fun. Like, I was so confident in my swimming abilities at this point. I was having so much fun. Like, I was front swimming, I was backstroking, it was beautiful. I was having so much fun. Like, water but like, swimming is definitely an exercise, because my limbs at the end of that day shot. But I had fun. I had lots of fun though. So then we went to the other part where we were like actually like also able to swim. So like they was like, you can jump off the boat if you want to. So I jumped off the second part of the boat, the second floor of the boat. I got whiplash when oh my god, no one told me how painful it is when you do not dive correctly in the water. I learned my lesson. The whole right side of my leg, red. I was like, wow. And the dudes from Cali had told me like, yeah, like when you dive, you either gotta break, like you dive straight, like feet first to like break the water, or like you dive like head first. And I was like, that would have been nice to know beforehand before I did that. Yeah, so that was very, very, very painful. But the pain subsided, and it was just really just, I love swimming in Thailand's waters. Like, I was enjoying the swimming so much out there. I loved it. Like, it was, like I said, it was beautiful, calm, and peaceful. Like, it was my favorite activity to do out there. Like, it gathered all my thoughts. It was amazing. It was great. And then pretty much after that last swim, they fed us. Food was good. Food was really good. And then after they fed us, they brought us back pretty much, and then just took us home. It was, the water tours out there, chef's kiss. Very calm, very peaceful. You'll love it. Like, I loved it. Like, all right, so excuse me, day 4 was a happy medium day. No water. I went to a place called Moo Doo Bua Cafe. So that's where you get to take the drone pictures, the famous drone pictures on like the boat that's in the water with the lily pads. So I went there. That is where I went through my hotel to book my transportation needs round trip. So when I got there, it's about an hour and a half drive over to that cafe. That was interesting. And then when I got there to take the photos and stuff, it's 1,100 Thai baht, so like $35. And it comes with 2 videos and a bunch of different photos by the drone, and then you get separate photos taken on your phone. So there we go. And then when you get there, like, you have to sign in for a queue. So my time was 12:15. And then another thing I noticed out there, Thailand's restaurants are outside. It's already hot. I'm sweating bullets. Sun is beaming. And then the fact that Thailand had the most restaurants outside, I said, egregious. It's hot. It's hot out here, bro. I'm sweating. Like, but anyways, so I get into the cafe, I'm waiting on my time, but I start chowing down on the menu. I'm looking at the menu, everything looks delicious. I'm ordering like mocktails, teas, what else? Breakfast, cheese balls, the whole 9 yards on the menu. So good. Like, and then the photo shoots were going really fast. So instead of me going at 12:15, I think I ended up going at 11:30. So everything was moving up really fast. So when I went over there, they reserved my table for when I came back, which was great, amazing. So trying to like find the trail to like get there was a little bit hard, but I got there. And then the dude explains to you like how it works. They're gonna take drone pictures of you and photos, and then photos with your phone. So I was like, okay. It was hard to enjoy my experience on that lily pad only because the boat was sitting in the sun. Like, they give you like a kind of like cover up to like sit on, but the metal parts of the boat in which I laid my hands on, hot, very hot. I brought my hands back up and said, absolutely not. Like, very hot. So I was not prepared for that part. It's just, I was like, damn. Like, the experience was great, don't get me wrong, but it's just like, it was uncomfortable because the boat is in the damn sun. So it's that part. And then like they airdrop your footage to you if you have an iPhone, or they email it to you. And then they take like a couple photos of you. My photos came out bomb, even like despite my discomfort and everything. Like, it came out really bomb. And then on my phone, he also took the video of me like walking up and down the boat. I was kind of nervous with that because the boat is also shaky. I don't know how to confidently swim without a life vest, so I was kind of getting nervous, and I was always looking at the sides. I don't know how deep the pond is, but I was like, I don't want to fall in there. So I was like, but it was really fun. I definitely recommend, if you go there, to wear a maxi dress. It looks better and it gives a better effect on your photos and your videos. Make sure it's colorful. I had a black dress with a slit. It was still nice, bodycon, but it's like a maxi dress definitely would have been better out there. But let's get back to the cafe after I finished my photo shoot. So I forgot to tell you like how it's also set up. There's like an indoor part to it if you want to stay inside, but it's like off to the cut. But so there's like a patio that you kind of like sit on. It's like a patio deck that faces the pond, and that's where all the seats and stuff, it faces the pond, and you can see everyone taking the photo shoots and stuff. I sat at like this comfortable couch and stuff. It was really nice. They had this one fan just blowing back and forth between me and another table. Again, it is like 97 degrees. What is this fan doing to me right now? It's not useful. So I ordered cheese balls, and it also came with ketchup. The ketchup out there was interesting. It tastes very different from ours. It's more sugary. It's more sugary, while ours tastes more like tomato. I hope that makes sense. I hope I'm making sense when I say that. But yeah, so like I didn't really eat the ketchup out there, but I did eat like their like homemade sauces and stuff. Those were really good. Like I like more salty things, especially things that I'm used to being salty. So like sugary ketchup to me was crazy. I was like, what? But that it's a them thing. It's a them thing over there. So that was fine. So my time at the cafe was pretty much short because that was the only thing that I had planned. So that was really it. The food was good. The drinks were good. Mocktails were good. Teas were good. Photo shoot was fun. Really hot. So pretty much on my way back to the resort, I honestly just went to the pool. That's really all I did. Like I didn't really want to do too much that day. It was nice. It was really fun. I liked it. So let's get into day 5. My last full day of Thailand before I left Thailand. Let's get into it. So day 5 was a last minute turnaround. This was actually a last minute turnaround. Because I had like other things planned to like walk around and stuff. It was nothing really going on that day, but I had saw on Twitter it was this water park being spoke about, and like you like go down the slide and like it's so high up that you just like swing off the thing and go into the pool. And I was like, whoa, what is this? So I was looking up like water parks in Phuket, Thailand, and then I came across it's Andamanda Waterpark, Thailand, Phuket, Thailand, in Phuket. Yeah, there we go. So I went to that one. I bought my ticket on their website. My whole total was 3,700 Thai baht. So that it included the entry ticket. It includes a free one-way transportation to the park. For round trip, it's 300 Thai baht. I bought my add-ons was a towel and a locker, and I bought a cabana. I bought like a station to like sit at the wave cabana. So that's what everything came in. It was really good. So when you get to the water park, what happened? When you get to the water park, there's different pickup and drop off time. So you can either get picked up at 8:50 or 11:50 a.m. and then for drop off, you can get picked up at 3 p.m. or 6 p.m., which is when the park closes. So I did the full day at the park. So from 8:50 to 6 p.m. Full day. Great. We get to the park. The entry was pretty smooth. You pay the 300 Thai baht at the entrance counter. And then they give you like a waterproof wristband. I was in love with that waterproof wristband. I need Six Flags to take notes. So it's waterproof. You can upload it with money, and you can use it around the park for like food and stuff. And like you upload it, and then whatever you have left that you don't use, you bring it back to the counter, and they just refund you the money back off the band. That eats. I need Six Flags to take notes, and it's waterproof. I need Six Flags to take notes. Amazing. Like, so I got they gave me the wristband, and then I put my valuables in the locker, of course. I got and it also opens up your locker and stuff, the wristband. And then I got my towel, and then I went to my cabana. I was so cute, and it faces the wave pool. It was nice. Like, you can get the single like chairs, but no, I wanted a whole cabana to myself. Amazing. I loved it. It was really good. And then the food out there, it was good. I had food, and then I waited for like an hour before I started doing like the water activities. So that was fun. And it was nice out there. Like, I loved it. So there were like not a lot of rides there, but it was enough to enjoy. I went on each ride twice. The first ride I went on, it was like a spinning what's it called? A spinning tube water slide. There we go. So you spin with like 6 people up to a certain like weight amount, and you can go down the slide. So it was that. The other side of the slide was closed. I went down like this tube thing. So it's like you gotta go into like a lab experiment kind of thing. Those lab caskets, I want to call them. I know that's not what they're called. And then they drop you into the tube and you just go down the entire water slide. So I did that twice. That was really fun. You're also able to bring your phone to some of the rides. And like, but in the that cover thing, they have phone covers for you out there. And then I went on another tube slide ride. It was interesting. It was a lot of tube slide rides, but then I had realized I was at the wrong water park. So the water park that I seen on Twitter was different than the water park I booked for. And it was like, I think it's like 4 other water parks in Thailand overall. It's probably more. But my water park was more kid friendly, but the one I seen on Twitter seemed more adult friendly with like bigger rides. Mine was just like, the rides only went so high. It was still good enough for a thrill, but like I'm trying to go over the top with the thrill. So, but it was pretty cool. Also the week I was in Bali, they had a water festival in Phuket, Thailand, which is like the equivalent of us having like water fights in the summer. So that was pretty cool. But it ended the week that I had came to Phuket, Thailand. That part was really cool, and the folks, the staff come doing like a water kind of festival dance. It was really cool. That I only went in the wave pool like 3 times. I didn't really care for the wave pool too much. Just because I would need a life vest to get in there to at least go to the deep part. So I was like, nah, I just stayed within like the main attractions. So it wasn't too bad. It was nice to just sit down and just relax and just see what was going on. So also when I was at the water park, I had met a group out there and they invited me to like go out for like a night on the town in Thailand. That was fun. That was my first time like experiencing nightlife in a different country. So I was like, okay, safety out there is also just as great as Bali's. Safety for me was afterthought. Very, very safe. We went to, what is it, Bangu. That's where Katu, that's the okay, Bangu. So that's where like the Andamanda Waterpark was near, but I was in Kata Beach, so it was like 40 minutes like away. So I just had to go back to my resort, change, and then come back out. That's also my first time I rode a motorcycle. That was so much fun. I used it, I booked a motorcycle ride via the Bolt app. Bolt app was amazing. 10 out of 10, no notes. You can also pay with cash. So at the end of your ride, so I paid in cash for my motorcycle ride to go back over there. So like, all right, so the strip, it looks like Times Square mixed with like the Las Vegas Strip. It's just clubs on clubs on clubs on top of each other. And then there was like clubs playing rap and hip hop, clubs playing techno, clubs playing house, clubs playing country. So it was like a club for everybody. That was really nice. I like that part a lot. And then it's just like the street there. There was no like cars and stuff on the street. Like it's a complete walking space just for everybody to walk through. So it was nice. We went to a club called Illuzion. It's the number 11 best club in the world. It mainly played techno music that night. It was 500 Thai baht to enter, but me and the group, we paid 1200 Thai baht for the VIP section. I was annoyed with that VIP section because basically the second floor is the VIP section, and it's like we paid for it, but they don't tell you like where you can sit. So we think like the whole floor is like, oh, like you can sit anywhere. So when we were trying to sit in like certain places, we kept getting moved, like, oh, you can't sit there, you can't sit there. Now I'm getting tight because I'm like, what do we pay for? What did we pay for? Like, why do we keep being moved? Why do like? So I was like, okay, like. And then that night was a special night because it was like a famous DJ over there DJing. So it was that. I stayed in that club for approximately 1 hour because the DJ, he was playing different songs but to the same beat. So I was like, okay. I got bored, so I left after 1 hour. And the songs he was picking, it was like hard to dance to. Like he played Chingy, everybody in the club get tipsy. Played that and meshed it with a techno house beat. So I was like, okay. Played Break My Soul by Beyonce. That's fine. And then it was like a few and far in between songs I didn't know. So I was like, okay, not too bad. So I pretty much left the club, and then I like walked around, especially because it's along the coast of the beach out there. I sat at the beach. It was really nice. You can also like order food and stuff on the beach. Like they have chairs along the beach that you can just sit in and just order food and everything. It was nice. It was pretty fun. Like another club was playing the Ghetto and Ratchet remix by Connie Diamond and Remy Ma. That club got taste. Cause that one right there, love to rap. Love it. Like also Thailand's another country in which they play a lot of like rap and hip hop, so it was like very familiar music to me. So I was like, this is cool, this was nice. So like pretty much at the end of the night, I just went back to my resort, honestly, because I had to leave the next day. Like my flight wasn't until the nighttime, but I was leaving the resort early just to get to the airport because I was excited to go home. Love Thailand, but that was the longest I've ever been away from home. Yeah, 2 weeks. That's really long. So I was missing home. So I was like, it's time to go. I was tripped out by that point. And I got on the motorcycle to go back to my resort. Very safe out there. Like Thailand's nightlife out there, jumping out there. I was just like, and like I said, there's a club and there's a space, a genre of music for everyone out there. So you'll definitely find what you're looking for. Safety out there, 12 out of 10. Safety was an afterthought. Loved it. So my last day in Thailand, well, my going home day, I wasn't leaving until 12, so I did a massage day just after doing all the activities. Loved my massage. She asked how much pressure that I want applied. 12 out of 10. No notes. It was great. It was amazing. I was like, wow, it's great. So pretty much I left to go to the airport. It took me like I think 2 hours to get to the airport. Pretty much the same amount of time. So I was like, okay. I got some souvenirs out of the airport, so that was really nice. You give them like your boarding pass and your passport and stuff so they can like use it to swipe you through. I was flying Qatar Airlines via American Airlines, the partner airlines. So here's what happened. Going home was a hot mess, a very hot mess, because American Airlines essentially booked my connecting flight the same day I was leaving Thailand. So essentially by the time I had left Thailand to get to Qatar, my connecting flight would have already left Qatar the day I was already leaving Phuket, Thailand. I was like, how did we get here? So now instead of me leaving to be home on Sunday, the customer service helped me book another flight, because it was either take my original flight over to Qatar and then wait 2 days for a connecting flight until Tuesday, their time, to go over to New York City, or just leave straight from Thailand the next day. I was like, leave straight from Thailand the next day. So I had to spend a night in the airport. Very annoyed. But I finally got on a plane on Sunday, and then I had a 13-hour layover in Qatar. I love the airport so much. It was so much fun. They had like, Qatar's airport I think is #1 in the world. First of all, the airport called me broke. This one also ways, JK. But they have like playgrounds and stuff for the kids, and it's like different play areas. Then they have like a reading room. They had charging stations. They had a lot of shopping centers like Louis Vuitton, Apple, Samsung. Then they had like TV stations that you can sit and watch TV. I like that airport a lot. That airport was really good. It was fun. Then their train system, it's on the 2nd floor. So the airport is kind of like, I think it was like 1 floor, but it's like really long. So you can take the train from one part of the airport, or one end of the airport, to the other end. That was really fun. that was cool. But I left Phuket, Thailand Sunday morning. I came back to New York City on Monday morning, so I still got back in time. So that part was like really good. Shout out definitely to the customer service lady for helping me fix my issue and rebook me on a new flight. That came in clutch, girl. I would say my overall experience in Phuket, Thailand was a great one. Phuket, Thailand was a great trip after the trip. It's a great vacay after the vacay. I loved it a lot. I love both trips, both Bali and Thailand, just because of the hospitality. The folks out there were nice, kind. The culture was great, and like what really honed it down in my book for both trips was the fact that all of my activities came with food and transportation. The convenience of the trips and the affordability, beautiful. No notes. 10 out of 10. Like, you can't beat that. Like, even when I went to Guatemala, it took some time readjusting to figure out that, like, okay, I booked the activity, now I gotta sit here and figure out how I'm gonna get there. Like, I didn't have to worry about any of that in Bali and Thailand. Everything just came together packaged. That part was beautiful. It definitely like decreased the stress planning out there. Like, planning for Bali and Thailand was very much easygoing. And then another thing about both the trips is like it helped influence me to like change how I travel, and it gave me a new set of standards, which is great. Like, I've definitely been growing as a traveler, all the way from, you know, doing El Salvador in 2022, doing to Paris, London, and Scotland in 2023, to now Bali, Thailand, and Guatemala in 2024. So it just like I definitely feel more confident to at least like try to island hop. So that's a really fun thing. And it's just like I loved it. My overall experience just in Phuket too, a lovely experience. Like, it was very calming. It was very nurturing. Well, at least being in the water wise. Like, it was fun. Like, that was my best trip overall. Like, that amazing. And then it's just like also the currency exchange places and having so many of them and like comparing rates, easy, very easy. Like both trips just felt like such a breeze. Like, I loved it. So if you're thinking about going to Phuket, Thailand, go. If you're thinking about whether or not you want to combine trips, go. Because there were a lot of folks I met out there that was like on their third week there. I think I met one Black American woman from Cali. She was in Bali for 3 weeks. I said, wow. And I was out there for 2 weeks. It was like everybody was just like, those are like really beautiful, worthwhile trips to like stay for extended vacation. Lovely. Like, and then it's like also, if you try to figure out whether or not you want to go to Phuket, Thailand, or you want to combine trips out there, do it. Definitely do it. If you want to see the Canva presentation style of pretty much this video of my itinerary, if you want to steal it, if you want to use it as a reference point, the link will be in the description for it, so you can like check that out there. And pretty much, yeah, like that concludes like my 2-week vacation in Phuket, Thailand, Bali, Indonesia, and Phuket, Thailand. I hope you enjoyed like my entire perspective of it. You know, take what resonates, leave what don'ts. I'm gonna say it like that. And I hope my experience is a good help to like shaping whether or not you want to go, and I hope I influence your decision to go to Bali and Thailand. So this year, like, I flew out internationally. But this marks the end of my video, and you can simply fly over to the next video about my experience in Guatemala. Love, peace, and hair grease, and see you on the next video.